Hi guys, this is Dan. Welcome to another weekly reading vlog. Today is a little bit special because we're gonna tackle the last book of Brandon Sanderson's secret project together. It is the Sunlit Man. I am so dumb because I think this book gonna be released later this year, so I didn't put it in last month's TBR. But never mind, I guess I am not too late to the party. No worries though, because I am actually 100 pages in, which is literally a third of the book. This thing is flying by. This book is about a character called Nomad, who got this power to travel to all the planets across the Cosmere, which is powerful. This time he was landed on a planet which was affected by heavy sunlight. The beginning of this book is a little bit on the convenient side because Nomad was thrown into this conflict. As a reader, we are like Nomad, clueless and try to figure out what is going on. He was involved in this conflict between a tyrant and the rebels. Now he was working with the rebels, but in fact he wanna find a way to charge himself up and leave this harsh planet. Between the conversation we may notice where Nomad was from. Also there are some secrets about his past. How did he come up with this special power, and also some secrets about a close friend. And also we're gonna meet a very familiar character, which is not a total surprise to me. This book is definitely fast-paced and exactly what I need right now. After reading all this chunky fantasy series last month, I'll try to read a little bit more tonight, and I guess I will see you in the next update. So, see ya! Hey guys, back with another update because this book does read fast. In roughly 24 hours each, I have read another 100 pages, so I am actually halfway through of the book, which is insane. Brandon Sanderson never disappoints us. Alright, let's get to the juicy details. In this book, our main character, Nomad, wanted to help the rebels to escape from the tyrant. Before coming to this planet, Nomad got a dawn shot from a very familiar character. The idea was to keep it or use it to protect the Cosmere. But here comes with a twist. His friend in this process was reduced down to a voice in his head now, and I am not too sure whether Nomad was bonded with a sperm called auxiliary or not. Since this accident, he was chased by a mercenary group called the Night Brigade. The good news here is that he now got this power that can allow him to skip or travel across different planets in Cosmere. Bad news, this power limits him from hurting anyone. So on this unknown planet, Nomad can't ask Auxiliary to form any weapons, but only tools. Nomad now wants to help these rebels, but at the same time, he hoped that he could find a way to ditch this limitation just in case the Night Brigade gonna show up. Also, the people on this planet, especially the rebels, see Nomad as the Sunlit Man, like the chosen one in the prophecy, because by investiture, somehow he could survive under this harsh sunlight for a couple of seconds, which is already a lot for normal people. And the weirdness doesn't stop here. Because of this constant energy in this planet, the terrain here can change overnight, which means that not all the landscape here is a constant. So it is hard for anyone to pinpoint a specific location on this planet. Also, the time here seems to move a little bit faster than normal. This whole book got a little bit of sci-fi vibe. Why is it so difficult to say? Which is quite different from Brandon Sanderson's usual style. Nomad was a scholar before, so when he came to this planet to help the rebels, he did quite a lot of calculation through some physics theories around. That part was just a little bit different from what Brandon Sanderson usually do. Or you may see it as like in the Final Empire, you got this burning metal fantasy elements, but replace it with some physical theories, which is not too difficult to understand. One thing I do notice across these 4 secret projects is that traveling between the planets in the Cosmere is getting easier. Yumi and the Nightmare Painter and also the Sunlit Man are talking about it, so I guess it will be interesting to see how this part gonna play out in the future. Let me know what do you think about this last secret project. Is it living up to your expectation? Is it as good as the last 3? Let me know in the comment. In the earlier footage, you may have noticed I have been to Cosmere to pick up my order. So the first one, when I say the first one, that means there are more than one. It is the GSFF book of March, which is High Voltage by Chris and Jen Sutton. I think this book is about a pair of private detectives in London in the 19th century. At first, because of limited police power, this pair of detectives helped them to investigate a series of impossible bank robberies. But of course, there's gonna be more about it, so they're gonna dig deep and find out what's going on in the city. This book is gonna be fun, easy, fun ride, so I'm looking forward to read this one after I finish a chunky fantasy book. This book definitely is a palate cleanser for me. I've been loving all the GSFF books this year compared to last year. The two I've got, one is Voyage of the Damned and the other one is The Book of Doors. I did have a good time reading those two compared to, let's say, What the River Knows, The Gilded Crown, and also Faybound. They are all romantasy. But the two I've read this year is so different. One is about a murder mystery and the other one is like a contemporary. So I am looking forward to read this one later this month, I guess. The second book I got from Cosmere today is The Pattern of the World by J.T. Greathouse. This is the last book of the Pack and the Pattern trilogy, so I'm so looking forward to see how everything gonna be concluded. This book at first is about an arrogant boy called Wen. In the beginning, he thinks that once he became the hand of the emperor, he could shape the world according to his will. Later in the series, he will figure out the consequences of his actions. So he tried to rectify his mistakes. But by the end of the second book, I don't know how to even describe it, but horrible things happen. It looks like Wen is making a mistake again. So I'm curious how this disaster gonna be concluded in the last book of the trilogy. This book is also on my April's TBR and I guess I will read it by the end of the month, probably after the GSFF book. There's gonna be a lot to read, but don't worry, I think they're gonna be great. The time now is nearly 3 in the afternoon and I guess I will be back to the Sunlit Man and hopefully I can finish it tomorrow or the day after. So I guess I will see you in the next update. See ya! I have finished it! Yay! Hi guys, I've just finished the Sunlit Man, which means that I have officially conquered all the Secret Project books. To be very honest, this may not be my favorite book out of the 4, especially it is the finale of the Secret Project. I don't want to spoil too much just in case you're gonna pick this book up. I was a little bit shocked with the twist earlier in the book from the way he spoke and also the swearing. We may have guessed where he is from in the Cosmere. Or in the later part of the book, there's gonna be a little bit more detail about his past. But I was not ready when the twist come. I also love the fact that Nomad, this character, is not perfect. Yes, he could find out some solution how to get rid of some of the problems that the people on this planet is facing, but sometimes he may forget certain details that would get him into trouble. I also enjoy his role as a mentor to certain characters, but for Nomad himself, he also needs to learn because he did care. Maybe it is just me, I think the whole story is a little bit rushed. I guess this plot took place on this planet and happened in just a couple of days. So there is actually not too much going on and everything is pretty straightforward. The world building of this new planet is well executed. Every detail of why certain things happened is clearly explained. We got to know more about why this planet is so special in certain way, and also there are new players to the Cosmere. The ending itself was not an epic showdown that I was expecting, especially once again, this is the finale of the Secret Project. From how to defeat the enemy or how to solve this particular problem, I think everything is concluded in an easier way. The battle scene here was still classic Sanderson, action-packed and with his signature touch. Alright, so all of the Secret Projects are read. My personal ranking, on top, definitely Threats of the Emerald Sea and also Yumi and the Nightmare Painter. The Sunlit Man comes in at a solid second. And the least interesting one is the wizard guy something blah blah blah. I couldn't even remember the title. So, sorry. So before this vlog is over, let's do another book haul. Oh my god, I'm terrible. I know it's massive. Bubble wrap. Down into 3 separate bubble wrap. Bubble wrap, resin bubble wrap again. Woohoo! Guess what it is? Now come to the second one. Guess what it is? Last one. I'm exhausted, just unwrapping everything. Ui! Do you know what it is? It is the broken binding edition of the Powder Mage trilogy. It's stunning. I can't wait to read them. Probably I will start reading them next month. So the first book will be on my May's TBR, second book in the Junes, and so on and so forth. Let me know what you guys thought about this whole secret project in the comment. Do you enjoy all 4 of them? Which one is your favorite? Which one is your least favorite? Let me know in the comment. So if you have enjoyed today's video, don't forget to give it a like. If you don't want to miss any content from me, make sure you have subscribed to my channel. I will see you real soon. Goodbye.